Your dog's heart just broke. 30 seconds ago, you didn't see it, you didn't mean to, but it happened right in front of you. 12 silent heartbreaks hiding in plain sight. And number 6, you're probably doing it right now while watching this. Have you ever walked past your dog in the hallway? Maybe you were on your phone thinking about dinner, focused on your own world. Your dog looked up, tail moving hopefully, but you didn't glance down. To you, it was nothing, a moment lost in the rush of daily life. But to your dog, it was a silent heartbreak. Dogs crave micro-connections, small moments of acknowledgement that say, "I see you. You matter." Each time you pass by without a word or a glance, they feel it as rejection. Imagine living with someone who never says good morning or makes eye contact, who moves past you as if you were invisible. That's how it feels for your dog. Each missed connection is a tiny withdrawal from your relationship bank account, repeated day after day. Over time, even the most enthusiastic dogs can stop seeking your attention. They learn their presence doesn't register, and eventually, they stop trying. One woman always walked past her dog during phone calls. After 6 months, her dog stopped approaching her, not because he was aging, but because he was protecting his heart. The fix is simple. It takes just 1 second. A glance, a smile, a soft, "Hey buddy," a gentle pat as you pass. That's all your dog needs to know they still matter in your world. Does your dog watch you walk past, hoping you'll notice? Comment, "I see you now," if you're going to stop doing this. Because your dog has been waiting for you to see them. Your dog drops a toy at your feet. They nudge your hand. They rest their head on your lap. But your eyes are glued to your phone, scrolling, liking, watching. You say, "Not now," without even looking up. This is the most common heartbreak of all. Dogs don't understand phones. They only know that the glowing rectangle gets your eyes, your smile, your laughter. And they don't. They watch you giggle at the screen, more present for a device than you've been for them in weeks. Their hearts ache in a language you'll never hear. Science backs this up. Dogs' stress hormones rise when their owners choose phones over them during together time. It's not jealousy. It's something deeper. Feeling replaced by a world they can't enter, no matter how hard they try. Imagine being mid-conversation and realizing the person you love would rather look at their phone than your face. Eventually, you'd stop trying too. So when your dog stops bringing you toys, stops nudging your hand, stops looking at you with hopeful eyes, it's not because they've given up play. It's because they've given up hope. One man spent every evening scrolling while his dog lay quietly beside him. The dog grew listless and depressed. The vet found nothing wrong, so the man tried something different, phone-free evenings. Within 2 weeks, his dog came alive again. The rule is simple. If your dog asks for you, put your phone down for just 2 minutes. 2 minutes of your full presence. Look at them. Engage. Show them they matter more than any screen. Can you give your dog 2 minutes? That question says everything about what and who you truly value. You're walking your dog. They stop to sniff. You tug the leash. "Come on, let's go." Another sniff, another tug. You've got places to be, but they're trying to read their entire world, and you keep interrupting. For dogs, sniffing isn't wasting time. It's how they experience life, gather information, feel fulfilled. A walk without sniffing is like blindfolding you somewhere beautiful. You went somewhere, but you missed everything. Veterinary behaviorists confirm sniff walks provide more mental enrichment than physical exercise. Dogs who get adequate sniffing show lower stress and higher contentment than rushed dogs. When you constantly pull them away, you're denying them their primary sense. It's like rushing someone through a museum saying, "Stop looking at things, keep moving." Why even go? So that's why your dog seems unsatisfied after long walks. You gave distance but denied experience. They're mentally starved despite the exercise. One trainer had a client who bragged about 3-mile power walks in 45 minutes. The dog developed anxiety. They switched to 1-mile sniff walks, same time. Anxiety disappeared. Here's the balance. Let them sniff. If you have 20 minutes, plan for 10 minutes of sniffing. You're not indulging them. You're feeding their brain. Does your dog pull toward every smell while you pull forward? Every tug breaks their heart a little. Let them read their world. That's what walks are actually for. Your dog is pacing, back and forth, room to room, restless. You say, settle down, or ignore it completely. You assume they're bored, but in reality, you're missing a distress signal. Pacing is almost always communication. Something's wrong, physically or emotionally. It could be pain, nausea, anxiety, sensing storms, picking up your stress, or simply trying to alert you. When you ignore pacing, you're ignoring their alarm system. It's like a child saying, "My stomach hurts," and you respond, "Stop complaining." You're teaching them their distress doesn't matter. Veterinarians report that many serious conditions were preceded by pacing owners dismissed. Bloat, pain, toxin ingestion, heart issues, they all can present as pacing before any other symptoms. So that's why dogs escalate to destructive behavior after pacing. They tried telling you something was wrong. When that failed, the distress exploded in other ways. One man ignored his dog's pacing for 2 hours, annoyed by the repetition. His dog was in kidney failure. The vet said earlier, treatment could have prevented permanent damage. When your dog paces, investigate. Check their body. Assess the environment. Consider your own stress they might be mirroring. Offer water, a potty break, comfort. Their pacing is always something, never nothing. Does your dog pace? Don't dismiss it. Ask what they're trying to tell you. Learning something new? Tap subscribe and keep going. You're leaving for work. You slip out quietly or maybe give a quick pat and rush out the door. You think you're helping by not making your exit dramatic, but in reality, you're making it worse. Dogs need closure rituals. When you leave without a proper goodbye, they don't get the psychological preparation they need. Imagine someone you love disappearing without a word. You'd search, confused, wondering what happened. That's how your dog feels when you vanish without warning. Research shows that dogs with consistent calm goodbye rituals have less distress than those whose owners leave unpredictably. The ritual provides comfort, not anxiety. In fact, unpredictability is what causes stress. When you skip goodbye, you deny your dog the mental transition from together time to alone time. They're left expecting you to return, confused by your absence. It's like hanging up in the middle of a conversation instead of saying, "Gotta go, talk later." One gives closure, the other leaves only confusion. So that's why some dogs with separation anxiety have owners who don't make goodbyes a big deal. The lack of a ritual is actually causing the anxiety they're trying to prevent. One client used to sneak out every morning to avoid triggering their dog. We added a simple 5-second goodbye ritual. Same words, same pat, every time. The dog's anxiety dropped by half in just 2 weeks. Here's your goodbye ritual. Make eye contact. Say the same phrase, like, "I'll be back, guard the house." Give one gentle pat and leave calmly. 5 seconds. That's all it takes. They need a pattern to prepare emotionally. Do you say goodbye every single time? Start today. Give your dog the closure they need. You come home. Your dog is ecstatic. You need the bathroom first to put down groceries, check mail. You'll greet them in a minute. That minute is breaking their heart right now. Dogs experience time differently during high emotion. The 30 seconds you ignore them feels like painful eternity. Their excitement peaks, brain flooded with reunion joy, and you're unavailable. It's unreturned love in the moment they're offering it hardest. Think of proposing, and they say, "Hold on, let me finish this text." The moment dies. Emotion deflates. Rejection stings. That's their experience every delayed greeting. Studies show the first 30 seconds of reunion create the strongest bonding opportunity. Dogs with immediate engagement show stronger attachment than dogs whose owners delay. So that's why some dogs stopped showing dramatic excitement. They learned excitement won't be met, so they dampened response to protect themselves. My neighbor did this daily. Came home, ignored her dog while changing clothes, wondered why her dog seemed less attached. She started greeting first, still in work clothes. Within a month, excitement returned. Simple truth. Greet your dog before anything else. Bags wait. Bathroom waits. Mail waits. Your dog cannot wait because their emotional peak is right now, this second. You're either meeting it or rejecting it. Can you greet them first, for once? Your dog looks at you with pure adoration, soft gaze, gentle lean, content sigh. They're saying, "I love you," in every way they know, and you don't say it back, not out loud, not with acknowledgement. You're busy, distracted, taking their love for granted. This is the quietest heartbreak, but happens most often. Dogs give constant love messages. Most go unacknowledged. Imagine saying, "I love you," and getting nothing back. Never. Eventually, you'd stop. You'd protect yourself from one-sided vulnerability. Dogs are more loyal. They keep offering even when it's not returned. But that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Studies show dogs whose owners regularly engage in mutual gaze and verbal affection have higher oxytocin and stronger attachment. They need to receive love, not just give it. So that's why even beloved dogs sometimes seem emotionally distant. They learned their love isn't always received, so they offer less to protect their hearts. My father never told his dog he loved her. Fed her, walked her, kept her safe, but never said it. She was devoted, but seemed sad. I asked why. He said, "She knows." But did she? Can anyone know love that's never expressed? Tell them you love them. Out loud. Every day. Look in their eyes when you say it. They've been saying it their entire life. Say it back. Do you tell your dog you love them daily? They're waiting to hear it. You're on the phone, casually mentioning tomorrow's vet appointment. You say vet several times, not realizing the impact. In the background, your dog's ears perk. Their body tenses. Anxiety quietly climbs. You assume they don't understand, but they do, far more than you think. Dogs learn words tied to experiences, especially stressful ones. Vet, car, kennel, groomer, bath. Each word carries emotional weight. When you talk about these things in front of your dog, you trigger their anticipatory anxiety, sometimes hours or even days before anything happens. It's as if someone discussed something frightening happening to you while you sat there listening. Your own anxiety would skyrocket long before the event itself. Animal behaviorists recommend spelling out or using code words, not because it's silly, but because it protects your dog from unnecessary stress. That's why your dog might seem anxious the night before a vet visit. They heard you talking and have been worrying for hours. One family talked about putting him in the kennel next month over and over. Their dog's anxiety started weeks before the boarding ever happened. Spell it out. VET tomorrow. Or say doctor visit. Save them hours of dread. They'll be anxious during the event, but you can spare them days of needless suffering. Do you talk about vet visits while your dog is listening? Change that today. You have 2 dogs. One passes or moves away. You think the remaining dog will adjust, but what you don't realize is they're grieving a loss you're not acknowledging. Dogs form deep bonds with their animal companions. When that companion vanishes, they experience genuine grief. They search the house, wait by doors, lose their appetite, and slip into depression. And too often, you're not helping them mourn. You're grieving your loss, forgetting their mourning too. Except they don't understand death or moving. They only know their best friend suddenly disappeared. Research shows dogs exhibit mourning behaviors for weeks or even months. Decreased appetite, increased sleep, restless searching, whimpers, and withdrawal. These aren't random. They're the symptoms of grief. When you don't recognize their pain, you deny them comfort during a crisis. Imagine losing someone close while everyone else acts like nothing happened. You'd feel invisible, alone in your pain. That's why some dogs develop behavior problems after another pet leaves. They're grieving with zero support. One woman's dog stopped eating after her cat died. She couldn't understand why, because they barely interacted. But her dog searched for the cat for weeks, deeply depressed. All he needed was to grieve and to have his pain acknowledged. So, maintain extra closeness during your dog's grief. Comfort them when they search. Keep their routines stable. Let them smell a blanket from their departed friend for closure. And above all, don't rush their grief. Has your dog lost a companion? Did you help them grieve? It's your birthday, Christmas, or maybe just a family party. The house fills with laughter, the clatter of dishes, the smell of food wafting from the kitchen. But your dog? They're locked in another room, out of sight, out of mind, because they're in the way. For a pack animal, exclusion isn't just a minor inconvenience. It's heartbreak. Your dog doesn't understand parties. They only know that while their pack is together, they're alone, shut out from the joy and connection that means everything to them. Imagine being a child again, hearing celebration downstairs, feeling the vibrations of music and laughter, but locked in your room. You know something important is happening, but you're not allowed to be a part of it. That's how your dog feels. Studies show exclusion from family activities causes stress and can even damage the human-animal bond. Over time, your dog may start to associate guests and celebrations with rejection and loneliness. That's why some dogs bark, whine, or act out during parties. They're not bad. They're just desperate to belong. A friend once locked her dog away during every holiday gathering. Eventually, her dog developed fear aggression toward guests, because to him, visitors meant isolation and heartbreak. There's a better way. Create a space where your dog can be present, but not underfoot. A comfy mat in the corner, a favorite chew toy, or a baby gate so they can see the festivities, even if they can't join in fully. They don't need the spotlight. They just need to know they're still part of the family. Next time you celebrate, ask yourself, does your dog get locked away, or do they get to belong? Because to them, family means everyone. You come home wearing new perfume. Maybe it's a different soap, or the lingering scent of the gym. Your dog approaches cautiously, head low, nose twitching, a little confused. It takes them longer than usual to recognize you. You might think it's cute, but for your dog, it's a moment of identity crisis. Their safe person suddenly feels like a stranger. Dogs recognize us first and foremost through scent. To them, your smell is more important than your face or even your voice. When you change it dramatically, you temporarily become someone else, a familiar body with an unfamiliar identity. Imagine your mom suddenly speaking in a different voice. You'd know it's her, but something fundamental would feel wrong. Research shows dogs detect our individual identity by scent far better than by sight. When yours changes without warning, your dog's brain scrambles. Who is this, and where is my parent? That's why your dog might act strangely after you visit a hair salon, swim in a chlorinated pool, or wear a strong fragrance. They're searching for you beneath the new smells. A woman once returned home after surgery, smelling of antiseptic and anesthesia. Her dog hid, unable to recognize her mom for 6 hours. The confusion and stress were real. Give your dog time to process. Sit down, let them sniff you thoroughly. Allow them to rediscover that underneath it all, you're still the person they love. It might take a few minutes, but it helps them reconnect and reassures them that their world is still safe. The next time you reach for that new perfume, remember, to your dog, your scent is your identity. And sometimes, a simple smell can mean everything. You're eating dinner. Your dog sits nearby watching, not begging, just watching. You snap, "Stop staring at me," or turn away annoyed. You think they're being pushy. They're trying to connect the only way they know. In dog language, gentle eye contact is bonding behavior. When they watch you eat, they're not necessarily wanting food. They're participating in pack activity, staying connected, maintaining bonds during important ritual. Ancestral wolves watched their pack during meals to stay connected, to be part of the group. Your dog is doing the same. They're saying, "We're together right now." When you reject their gaze, you reject their bonding attempt. It's like telling someone, "Don't look at me," when they're trying to feel close. Studies show mutual gaze increases oxytocin in both species. When you deny them that gaze, you deny the biological bonding mechanism nature designed. So that's why some dogs eat in separate rooms or turn away during meals. They learned watching isn't welcome, so they disconnect during family time. My aunt shooed her dog away every dinner because the staring drove her crazy. Her dog started eating alone by choice. She wondered why her dog became distant. She taught it. If your dog watches calmly during meals, let them. They're not begging, they're bonding. Set boundaries without rejecting connection. A gentle, "Go to your spot," give them presence without intrusion. Which one are you guilty of? Mine's number 2. The phone. Drop yours below. Share this if it hurt, because that means you care. More ways to love them better is in the playlist. Subscribe. They can't tell you what hurts, but now you know. Fix it today.